Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order? What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. This is Leo's Nerd Talk, and today we're going over Good Burger 2. So let's talk about it. I was pretty excited going into this movie, Good Burger 2. I never thought they were going to follow up the sequel to a movie that was based off of a skit off of a Nickelodeon TV show. But here we are. It feels like, 20 years later, Good Burger 2, the sequel to the original Good Burger back in the early 2000s. And one of my biggest movies from my childhood. It's probably one of the most quotable movies that me and my siblings would talk about all the time. So seeing a sequel to that film, I was definitely excited for it, and I was definitely there for it day one as soon as it came out. And again, a little bit late to the review. I've been sick for about a week. I'm still kind of recovering from that. So if you guys hear me kind of being a little nasally, I apologize for that, but I really want to get this review out for you guys. So let's go ahead and get into the review. Now, starting off with the pros for me, I really enjoyed, obviously, seeing the Good Burger cast on screen again as their older selves, and it was pretty fun kind of revisiting a lot of these different cast characters and where they are in their life years after the original film, and kind of seeing where they've progressed is pretty fun to see, especially with Ed. You know, he's now the owner of Good Burger. He has like 20 kids. It seems like he doesn't have that many, but he has a lot of kids. And each and every one of his kids look exactly like him and act like him and have the same demeanor, which is a pretty funny kind of skit to put into there. But it was just pretty enjoyable seeing Ed, I can't even think of his name right now. It's blanking for me, but seeing the other character, years later down the road, seeing some of the older cast where they've been, seeing even like Fizz, where he's been all these years. They kind of have a little comedy bit with that as well. That's pretty hilarious. But overall, I just enjoyed seeing a lot of these different characters back on the screen, back at Good Burger. And overall, I enjoyed the story itself a fair bit. I'll get more into the cons. But it's basically just a rehash of the first movie, just trying to be a little bit bigger. And so when you have a concept like that, when it basically feels like a remake more than a sequel, you have to accept the story and still enjoy it, have a good time with it. It is funny at times. Certain parts felt a little too silly, even more silly than the original Good Burger, but it still has some good laughs in there, still has some good dialogue, some good characters, which you would expect from the original Good Burger, and having a very similar story. It's still something that's enjoyable to watch and is not going to feel off by any means. Now, unfortunately, that's kind of all the pros I can really think about. So let's go ahead and get on to the cons for me. And one of the biggest cons, like I said previously, it's an enjoyable film. It's something that you can definitely watch and have fun with. But if I was going to watch a Good Burger movie, most likely 9.5 times out of 10, maybe even 10 times out of 10, I'm going to put in the first movie versus the second one, because this is just a rehash, a retelling of the original movie, where you have Kurt's younger sister trying to bring back, in a way, Mondo Burger with this megacorp and take over Good Burger and be a huge food successor, and trying to stop Good Burger and Ed all over again, and them trying to break into their facility, take it down, and sabotage it so that they cannot complete their plan, and Good Burger lives on again. So it's a rehash of the same story, trying to bring it even larger than the original film, and some of the aspects of it doesn't really work for me. And especially with our main kind of antagonist here, with Kurt's younger sister, I didn't really enjoy her character too much. She doesn't even have that much screen time to begin with. You know, she's meant to be this kind of mystery person behind the curtains trying to take over Good Burger. And then when it gets revealed, she doesn't have that charismatic kind of characteristics as someone like Kurt did in the original film. So it just felt a little lackluster when it came to her character and what she was trying to do, and having her brother in jail because of the first films and stuff like that, and just kind of her trying to get revenge and reclaim that food industry throne and take Good Burger off the map. it was, again, same story to the point where there's no point to it. It didn't feel like there's any significance to that storyline. And because in the previous film, Mondo Burger was already so ridiculous, they had to go times 100 on this one with fake robot Eds that make your food for you. And it's going to be Good Burgers all over the world with Ed robots, and that's all there is. And Good Burger, the original Good Burger, they lose, everything, and that's what they're trying to do to take over Good Burger. And that story just also felt kind of a little larger than life, a little too out there, where you're just like, it doesn't really feel, again, any significance to it. I'd rather just watch the first one because it's the same kind of concept, but this one they're just trying to make it seem more wacky, more crazy. The campiness is a lot more prominent in this one, and having those kind of silly moments where they're trying to kind of relive the first movie and trying to have the same charm, but it feels more forced, and that's where it kind of loses me throughout the entire runtime. Is that most, if not all, of the comedy, of the acting, of the concept, everything feels forced. It feels like they're just trying to be that movie again versus being a faithful sequel. So that's kind of where it gets kind of mixed for me, where I enjoyed watching it, but everything didn't feel right. In the original film, Ed's kind of personality and his kind of mind being in kind of La La Land the entire time was charming. It was funny. And this one, he just seems like, I don't know, that's not him. And again, with him having all these kids, and each and every single one of his kids are exactly like him. While it's kind of funny seeing a younger kid being exactly like Ed, even that younger kid feels extremely forced trying to play that character. And it just feels like they copied and pasted, but there was some stuff lost in translation within that copy and paste, where a lot of the quality of the comedy, the acting, the concept, the script went down, unfortunately. And that's where my frustration comes, where if I'm gonna watch a Good Burger movie, I'm definitely gonna watch the first one over this one. And most of the times, the only reason why I'll watch this one is because I'm in the mood to watch both, and I want to watch them back to back. And that might be a more fun way to watch them. And I haven't seen the original Good Burger in a couple of years, so maybe if I watch the first one and then right after watch this one, it might feel a little bit better. It might be a better watch in that way. But overall, it just as a singular sequel, it felt a little out of place and out of reach of what Good Burger used to be and how nostalgic Good Burger was. The thing that I thought was kind of funny is that they tried to kind of like I said, they were trying to redo a lot of the plot points of the original film, and one of the ones that stuck out like a sore thumb for me was they tried to replay the whole kind of shack sequence where someone famous orders a Good Burger and they go out rushing to kind of deliver the order. And in the original film, you have the iconic shack sequence that's extremely hilarious. It's super quotable. It's a fun moment within the movie. And they try to do that here again with a famous person that when they mentioned it, I personally have no idea who this person is. And my girlfriend has no idea who this person was either. And they try to make her seem like she's a huge pop star. But when they get to the venue where she is, when she ordered the Good Burger, they're in this tiny little club with like 100 people in attendance. That doesn't stack up. You have Shaq up here, and then you have this pop star artist that I have no idea who it is. And some of you might know who it is. Some of you might like who this person is. I don't even remember her name. And that's kind of something where it's a lot of moments, again, felt insignificant compared to the first movie. So you have that kind of unbalance of films where, Good Burger 1, you're definitely going to watch this one. Good Burger 2, you're like, do I really want to throw that in? So, the burger felt a little uncooked. That's all I'm going to say. But let me know what you guys thought about Good Burgers 2 in the comment section down below. It was entertaining enough where I can enjoy it, but overall, I'm going to watch the first one over the second one. Pretty much 10 out of 10. So if you guys liked it, let me know what you guys thought. Definitely click this like button. And if you guys like talking about anything movies, TV shows, or video games related, make sure to click that subscribe button and turn on the notifications so you guys get notified whenever I upload a new review. So again, this is Leo's Nerd Talk, and thank you for watching.